In November 2020, my friends and I Twitch streamed an ARG on Minecraft. And this is how we did that. It began on November 6th, 2020, when I texted the group chat, I have an idea. If we were to restart our server when I start live streaming, we could potentially make it into an ARG. Then, during the month of November, we basically made a lot of Google Docs and planned that shit out. And then also in November, we posted TikToks, and I forgot to say what the lore is. So the basic premise was that an election took place 2020.
Just laugh. What the fuck?
And there was a power struggle between the two main parties, and so a third main party gets enough of the votes for them to win, and we had planned it out that because of the low voter turnout, they won with like 1,000 vote margin, and everyone was like, oh my god, democracy's dead. And that was our basic premise. It kind of just blew up from there. Like, the lore became so much more intense after that, but that was the main idea that we started off with.
TikTok.
Your mom lore. You didn't have to say that.
So we started posting TikTok trailers for the ARG before we had like anything substantial, because we thought that it would be a lot longer until it got any traction. So we were just like, yeah, we'll just post this and then like 4 people are gonna see it. So the first TikTok was posted the morning of Thanksgiving. And I did that because I was like, everyone's gonna be on their phone all day because they hate their family.
In hindsight, you were right.
I was right,
Apparently.
but it was funny because it didn't blow up on Thanksgiving. Like, I posted the video and I went to bed on Thanksgiving night and it had 14 views. And I was like, damn, this is gonna happen to us. And then I woke up the next morning and it had like, what was it originally? Like 1,000?
I think so, because we were like, it was a relatively small number, and then we were like, oh my god, this is doing numbers. And then it ended up doing like way more later in the day. Did I
tweet?
What?
Hello? What did you just say? Tweet?
I said OMG, a hit tweet.
Right, man, this doing numbers. I can't remember if I crunched every trailer or not, because I feel like I ended up doing all of them at like 3 a.m. and then being like, okay, this is ready for you to post.
I did a few of them because I found a text that I sent to Bryce, and I said, I just spent 3 hours editing a 1-minute TikTok trailer for the ARG, and he said, why?
Wait, which one did you do and which one did I do? Oh, you did the first one.
Yeah, I did the first one.
And I had to wear your skin.
Yeah, because it was just Maddie and I, like...
And then you had to wear my skin. And that's where I like that picture because it's funny, where there's two of them. Two of them. It
was... When Maddie and I filmed that first trailer, it was just me following Maddie around and them recording on OBS doing random, like, bits of gameplay, like building a house, running around the fields, and then we started turning each other invisible with the pressure plate. And then it was just chaos. So when we first saw that it was doing numbers, we were like, oh my goodness, like 1,000 people have seen this video. That's kind of crazy. And then it didn't stop. And was it the first day that it, like, went insane, or was that a little bit later? No, it was a little bit later, because I remember we got, like, what was it, like 5,000 likes the first day? It was, no. It was, like, 2,000. And when I went to bed that night, I was like, if I wake up tomorrow and the video has 8,000 views, I'm gonna start crying. And then when I woke up, it had, like, exactly 8,000, and I was like, oh my god.
And then you started crying.
Yeah, did you cry?
No.
Yeah. Well, why?
Oh you liar.
Liar.
And then, because of the numbers that video was doing, when did we first advertise the Discord? Was that the second trailer or what?
No, what are you talking about? It was on Thanksgiving Day. Because remember, we looked back in the messages and we were like, oh man, people started joining on this day. Because we were like, oh, it's our first year anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
And people started joining, I think, on last year's Thanksgiving Day or the day after.
Yeah, it was something like that. And a bunch of people started joining the Discord. I think originally we got like 400 members. So a bunch of people started joining the Discord and they were like, we want content. And we were like, oh shit, we have no more content to give them.
It was kind of like pressuring because we were like, oh no, we need content right now. And people were like, where are the puzzles? Where do we? And I was like,
we need to feed the gremlins.
Because we included like little puzzles in the first episode, and then they immediately solved them. Well, it wasn't quite immediate because that first day there were a bunch of people in VC, and like we sent a spy to listen to them.
Oh, it was really fun. And then we ended up, me and Maddie went in.
Yeah, you guys were our spies.
What are you talking about? I went in as myself.
Oh.
And then I distinctly remember because people were like pinging me and asking me in VC to speak.
Oh.
and to like divulge information, and I was just sending the like Skype giggling emoji.
And that was the first and last time anyone ever VC'd in the server was on the first day.
It's kind of sad because that was really exciting to see people talk about it.
Oh, true. We did play Among Us. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Because that was like also during like online school, so I was like in school at some points.
Yeah, and that was the next problem because people immediately they pulled like an all-nighter to solve everything in the first trailer, and then we had nothing left for them. So they were like, more. We want more, please.
Had to satiate them with Among Us.
Yeah. So, but the problem was that it was late November and it was time for finals.
Yeah.
And so
a lot of people disappeared because like obviously
we disappeared. Yeah, Jinx.
We disappeared. I had things to do.
I think we all disappeared.
I vividly remember D and I's DMs because we were both like, we don't fucking have time for this right now.
No, literally, that was a recurring thing. Was like, I don't have time for this. And then I proceeded to stay up until 3 a.m. editing trailer number 3.
Literally? It was so bad. It was
like, I don't have time for this. Spends like 10 years on the video editing app.
I made another trailer too because I felt too bad about bothering you.
Wait, really?
One of the other trailers I did too. I think that was the one where there were 2 of them. Two of them. You can tell which ones I edited because they use the same font and colors.
It was fun to do though. Like I like editing videos and stuff. And like I'm obviously not the world's best editor at all, especially since I use presets on VideoStar. But like it's fun to do anyway, so like I don't really care. LMAO.
I was editing on CapCut. Not CapCut. No, I was editing on what's it called? Cute Cut Pro. And the other problem, besides us not having time, was that I didn't have a PC.
Oh.
Because we were like, listen, guys, we would give you content if we could, but we physically cannot stream. We have no computer.
Did we set an exact, like an original date for the stream, right? I can't remember if we did or not.
Did. We set it for December 26th, and then because I got all of my PC stuff on Christmas, and I put it together the next day and like on Christmas, but I did it wrong. So I had to take it to a PC shop and we had to push back the date because it wouldn't turn on, so I had to get it fixed. And, that was really rough.
That was so fun.
Yeah, it was really fun because I was just, texting the group chat. I was like, guys, I have to take my PC to a computer shop. We're gonna have to push back the date. It turned out that I didn't even break my PC while I was building it. I just didn't plug everything in correctly. So then I immediately got my computer back because I was like, man, they said it could take up to 5 days. We're gonna have to postpone this by a lot. And then it was ready the next day.
Woo!
And I believe we started, what was it, the 28th? Okay, it was the 30th. Okay,
Wow,
so...
I don't know why I thought we started
weird.
later.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. I only recently remembered that I did not spend Thanksgiving how I usually spend Thanksgiving. So that's why I was having trouble remembering what day people came in. Because I was like, oh no, I was at here on Thanksgiving. No, I wasn't. I was gaslighting myself. I was at home. No men.
Next to nothing. Gnome?
Gnome? The preparation for the first stream was a text that I sent into Swagster's spam, if you could all take a gander. Marcy said, when we getting ready, pals? And I said, we can get in call anytime. Actually, I'ma try and poo first.
Then you died, and we actually never got to stream.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh yeah, I said pre-game. I don't know what I was referring to, because I don't know if I was referring to the pre-game shit or if I was referring to actual pre-gaming before the stream.
You're talking about me pre-gaming a shit.
Okay.
And Maddie said
preparation shit.
Yeah, and then that became a reoccurring theme. Is we would call it the pre-stream shits, because before every stream we would just all take a shit because we were so nervous.
Who's we all?
Me and Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the first stream went so wrong in so many ways. It was so bad. First of all, my Wi-Fi went out.
Involved.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wait, before the stream, right? And we were like, people
yeah,
because where are they?
I pinged everyone. I pinged at everyone, and I said, I'm starting the stream, guys. And then my Wi-Fi went out, and so all these people were in the chat like, huh? Where? And I was
Wasn't it on the that the screen, you had the screen set up and it was starting soon?
Yeah, and then it just crashed and everyone was like, did the stream stop for anyone else? And I was frantically typing in the chat. I was like, my Wi-Fi went out. So
It definitely left.
Yeah, they did, but that stream we had a peak of 300 viewers,
but that was the highest.
Yeah, it was the highest all at once, and we had an average of 76 viewers.
Man, let's doing numbers.
It was pretty insane. I never got an average that high again.
Yeah, never, I don't think.
Nope, never. So that was our first fail, was my Wi-Fi going out. The second fail was how we literally had to have chat off because we kept teleporting to each other and turning...
Okay, that was just funny because people were like, why is they're like, turn the chat on so we can see, and I'm like, why do you want to turn the chat on? We're only cheating. We're really just cheating and teleporting.
You see that?
I made up some dumb excuse on why I had to turn the chat off.
But why would the chat be on though? Because we're all in call talking to each other, right?
Yeah, I think it was just for the death messages because you guys were talking about dying and then the chat couldn't see it because I had chat off.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Speaking of dying, I think some people died a little too much in the first episode, and I think that kind of hindered our progress.
Literally me.
Yeah, I know.
It was so bad. I couldn't stay alive.
What the hell was up? You don't usually die. You know how to freaking play Minecraft. Why were you dying so much?
I don't know.
Nerves.
When you watch that stream, I would get all of my supplies and I would be set and then I'd fucking die and I would have to start over.
I hate to say it, but that definitely drove a lot of people away.
Yeah,
as soon as you kept dying, I think the viewer count dropped by 200. And
No.
I was like,
Gamer woman,
well,
you can't even
shit.
play Minecraft.
Yeah, well, it's okay, because I think it was nice of the people who stayed to stay.
Yeah. The first stream was definitely our worst one because there was very little actual lore and I kept dying. And also because of
And don't forget.
Oh yeah, and
please forget.
I can't leave out the book debacle.
Do you have the text messages from that conversation?
Yes,
that
I
is
do.
Definitely worth. That is 100% worth pulling up.
All right, I have them open. Don't worry.
The dirt on me.
So,
Maddie, worry. Start worrying.
In all caps, I said, "There is no book." And then she says, "Yes, there is. I'll come with you. It's in a house with a mapping table." And I said, "It's not there! D, can you make another?" And then she says, "Yes, it is. I can later." And I said, I'm just all in caps, by the way, and D is not. And then I said, "Please put it." And then D says, so D didn't believe me. She thought that the book was there, and then she says,
obviously, I was like, she's fucking missing it because she's too busy reading chat.
And then the text goes, "I'm in. Don't come." What the fuck? Someone took it? Did anybody take a book and quill?
The instant, like, I'm in. What?
Yeah, it was all within the same minute. I'm not kidding you. All of those texts were within the same minute. And then Maddie chimes in, "Oh, awkward. I think I did." and then they say, "And then I died in a fucking ravine."
Like, how could you have messed up that badly? We literally nothing could have gone worse. Except for Maddie taking. But by the way, you don't find books and quills in villager
Nope.
houses.
No, you don't.
You can't find them. They don't spawn. You have to craft them.
And then D starts yelling. D goes, "Maddie, are you fucking serious? You messed up a puzzle."
Yeah.
And then, you guys were debating whether or not spawning things would show up in the chat. So you guys are like, "Is it gonna show in the chat? I don't think so. Should we risk it?" And
my god, my heart was beating so fast. I was like, oh my god, I have to spawn it in or else we'll have no puzzle. And so I definitely think I went quiet during that segment because I was trying to re-find what I had pasted into the book because I forgot what I had, like,
I was like frantically sending you the text of what to put in the book. And so just over and over again in this chat is just me being like, "Please put the book down. Please, please, please."
Who's yelling? Are
Me.
you yelling?
It's just me yelling this entire time.
And I'm just like, okay.
I was like, "Is it done? Please, please tell me." And then D's just like, "Wait, I will text you." And then D was like, "I can't find the link."
Everything just went so wrong. It's really funny actually talking about it because we've texted about it multiple times. We've been like, remember when we messed up so badly? But actually talking about it and reading the text out loud made me realize how fucking awful things
went. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then I was like, we need to end the stream. Also, during this, Maddie like needed to go at a certain time. So we were like on a time crunch too. Because earlier Maddie was like, yeah, you were like, "I have to go in like 2 hours," because you were switching from your mom to your dad's house or the other way around.
Yeah.
And you needed to like get out of there. So I was like, "We need to end the stream, guys." And then D texts me and is like, "Don't end the stream. Stop."
That's why I couldn't put the sign down because my mom like was knocking at my door and she was like, "Can you order tacos?" the taco incident. Yeah, because she knocked at my door and she's like, "Can you order tacos?" She's like, "I don't know how to order them." Or she's like, "I don't know what your brother wants." And I was like, oh my fucking god, I really can't order. So I had to order tacos because my mom was like, "Any day now. It's almost 7." And I was like, oh my god. So before I put the sign down, I had to order tacos.
Yeah, and so as we're freaking out thinking we needed to end early, Maddie texts and is like, Oh, right. We don't need to end in 5. I forgot to tell you.
Oh my god, everything is just going so wrong.
So, we were all freaking out, and then Maddie's like, oh, I forgot to tell you that it doesn't even matter. It just kept going wrong, because D got the sign with the link on it, but then forgot the password, and then I was like, what about the password? And D goes, oh shit! BRB! Hold on!
Yeah.
That was the end of that stream. And
wait, should we explain the puzzle from that stream, or was that one pretty like self-explanatory? No one got stuck on that, right?
Let's see. Yeah, I think it was for the article. So there were
I
two.
think it was for your mom.
Okay.
So stream 1 had 2 puzzles. The first one was for the article, and it was the link to the article shifted by 11 because one of our Twitter puzzles on Twitter, well, was also shifted.
Twitter puzzle on Twitter?
It was also shifted by 11. And then they had to translate it with A being 1 and Z being 26, and then translate that into base 64 to get the link to the article. And then the password to the website was failure. And then there was a second YouTube video, which was my brother, that I forced to record this video because I didn't know any other men that would do it. The other puzzle was to that YouTube video of my brother. And for that one, that was where the books came in, because there was an Imgur link into a book, and then that led to a picture, which was the second half to the YouTube link in hexadecimal, and the word YouTube in binary, and then you had to decode them both and put them together. So, relatively easy puzzles, I think.
Yeah, I'd say.
We started off pretty easy. Like, that one wasn't that hard. But
yeah. No, I do think that those were easy because people could tell the codes and ciphers, I think, pretty easily. But I do think... Actually, no. Our puzzles did have hints in them. Like, we had very good hints, I'd say.
Yeah, we were pretty good. At least in the first couple of streams, we were pretty good. It got worse, but but we were pretty good at first. And then technical difficulties happened. But one thing that's really funny about that first stream was how obvious it was that I was panic texting the group chat. Like, at the time when I was streaming, I was like, oh no, they're never gonna know that I am crying for help in a group chat right now. They're not gonna know. And
they knew.
They knew. Like, I haven't been able to watch back any of those streams because of secondhand embarrassment. But my friend who was watching the stream texted me afterwards, and she was like, why were you on your phone?
Oh my god, really? I thought, oh my god, that's awful. Because I could have sworn that, like, people in chat were like, here, stop texting and start playing this.
Yeah, no, that is exactly what happened. And I was like, guys, you don't understand.
That's what happens when people make us turn in-game chat on. Did you turn it on that stream, or did you turn it on the next stream?
I turned it on for the second stream because we were tired of being bullied for it. During that stream, in the chat, people were talking about Dee's fake mom.
Yeah, oh my god.
So, during that stream, we introduced Nieners, who is Dee's character. We introduced Nieners' mother, who is Jenny.
Also, not to be don't get confused, because I use it for, like, everything. Like, it's just my Minecraft username. It's just, it's like an inside joke that I've just kind of used. So, like, I kind of stole someone's identity off of the internet at a very young age. If the real Nieners is watching this, you're not the real Nieners anymore. I am.
We introduced Jenny, who is Nieners' mom, and in the chat, people immediately started being like, yo, Nina's your mom single?
It was really
Big
funny.
mistake.
Insert
what did I-
glitch twip of when you were like, my dad's dead.
Glitch twip.
Glitch.
You said glitch twip. Yeah, and I was like, yeah. Actually, my dad died.
Yeah, and they were
I-
like, oh shit, in the chat.
I think that was on the fly. That wasn't scripted. Like, I wasn't like counting on
Didn't
people to
have
be
the
like, oh my god, they're
lawnmower
going to simp.
prepared.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm preparing for people to simp for my mom. I'll just say my dad died, and then that became canon. Like, that wasn't even in the lore either.
Yeah, it
Like, I
just
kinda-
happened.
yeah.
So, then
Dead.
memes like this, insert meme on screen.
Was the first one the longest? Because one of them went on for like 3 hours, didn't it?
Yeah,
Was that the
it
first
did.
one?
Because
I think it was the first one.
the reason it did was because we had to find one of the puzzles in the mine, and I kept dying
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
get to it.
Oh.
And
I
at
think
that
I remember
point,
going into spectator mode.
yeah, you did.
It's there.
I remember that entire episode, I literally was not doing anything. I was like walking around.
And I remember that episode too because I begged the chat to let me put keep inventory on. Otherwise, I was not going to get into that cave. But that's not the second stream. The second stream, a little bit of lore was was that D was not home. And
I don't remember that. I really wasn't there.
here, I'll read you this text message. Update. I thought my mom actually listened to me when I said I needed to be at home at 5, but she didn't, so I could potentially be late to the stream, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Oh yeah, I was at my grandma's.
And then we were like trying to find a workaround it, and I was like, okay, I can just start the stream alone, and then everyone will join me a bit later, so D could fucking get home.
And you did though, right? Like, that's what happened.
Yeah, and then Maddie talked about being really sweaty because they were nervous. And Maddie's brother was in my Twitch chat like, where's Maddie?
Wait,
I forgot about that. Aw, he's a fan.
oh my god, Kierlet fan.
In the second episode, this was the one with the posters, by the way. I thought it wasn't, but it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I had the most fun doing this episode because I liked the posters and I liked adventuring because I actually got to play the game in this episode, I think.
This one also had some mishaps. You know, what didn't? So
true.
D gets home right in the nick of time. And
Yeah, I remember bolting up the stairs and being like, okay, I'm in streamer mode.
And while I was streaming, someone figured out the puzzle from the first episode, so that was fun. Like a week later, literally a week later, because we streamed every Saturday. I just kept getting lost. It was so bad.
Yeah, that's what I just saw. That fact that you couldn't find anything and we were like, oh my god.
Okay, so we've already talked about that. And we got better at the date in the first stream. We just kept fucking up the date. It was me specifically. I was fucking up the date. Because it was supposed to be February, and I was talking about
funny,
January. Because I was like, my birthday's soon. And they were like, what? It's March. And I was like, what?
You could have retconned your ARG birthday and been like, oh no, my birthday's in March.
I definitely could have, but I did not think that way at the time.
Yeah, no.
So,
Like, my birthday has to be consistent.
and
Yeah.
also the puzzle was out of order because I was so stressed. D texted the chat and she was like, the puzzle's gonna be out of order. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. Because I was like, as long as I find these puzzles, it's okay.
It worked out though because I think people saw it and they were like, well, at first people thought that was literally the word, and it's like, no, that doesn't make sense. And then someone was like, well, what if it's an anagram for near? Eventually, they were
Yeah.
like, what if it's an anagram? And then they were like, near worked, and it was like, okay.
I remember that because Forever Near was like one of the hardest things for them to solve.
Yeah, I also remember that.
I'm not sure why. It was probably because it was
Weird.
out of order, but I didn't think it was that bad.
Maybe it's because wasn't the forever spelled out in cobblestone first, or was that the near? I forget. Which was that the cobblestone puzzle, or am I making that up? Wow, nice.
And then the next stream happened, and
That was Marcy's lore stream, right?
Yes. This is the stream where they never solved the puzzle.
Oh wait,
Still?
that wasn't good.
That they didn't ever solve the puzzle.
Wait, is it still unsolved, or like what?
Yeah. No one ever. This is the celebrities. No one ever solved it.
Oh wait, that one was so funny. I'm so sad
Why
when
did
we
that
solved
one
it.
Jake
fall? That one
Pale! This stream went wrong because Marcy kept missing their cue for talking about their lore uncle. So
Twinning.
in the chat,
Yeah, no,
D
twinning
goes,
is right.
Marcy, talk about your uncle. And Marcy goes, I did not realize that was the cue. And then I was like, Marcy, uncle.
I mean, it was kind of funny because it's like, I think we were like, okay, this is the cue.
And then it didn't happen. And then D did the God command in the chat.
But I think I liked that part the most because I remember you ignoring it, and then people in the chat were like, "What is that? What is going on?" And you were
then
like,
you were in the iMessage chat like, should we react? And I was like, no. don't react to it. So then it got to the point where we needed to text Marcy's phone so it would buzz because they were getting a text from their canonical uncle. And so
it didn't pick up.
and then we gave up because it just wasn't making a sound, and eventually Marcy just goes, can I just say I got some messages? And we were like, yeah.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make any noise.
And then after that mishap, Marcy had to keep muting, and they were like, I am trying to get a good moment to talk, but there's a lot going on. And then they just kept muting, so we had to prolong the lore. And that was fun. And then, for some reason, everyone, after Marcy left, like, dramatically, everyone was like, wow, that was mega goober. Like...
What?
What? What?
So after Marcy leaves the game and the VC, they go, how was that? I hope it was goober. And Maddie goes, yes, that was mega goober.
I see.
And then D sends in all caps, goober. And then Maddie says, goober, Slimer even.
Why? Why did
I message? And right when you said that one popped up.
Goober, Slimer even. So the puzzles for that one, no one ever solved them. So what the people found, your status, Goober, Slimer even. Hold on.
Gooey.
So, the things that they found was a code that spells "find me on Twitter," and then another code that spells "how many villagers does it take to spawn a golem?" And then the Twitter username had a bunch of codes that spelled out a poem, and every 10th letter, because it takes 10 villagers to spawn a golem, every 10th letter of the poem is the username of the Twitter account that has the posted screenshots. So there were 2 Twitter accounts, and by solving the puzzles on the first Twitter, it would lead you to the second Twitter. And no one ever made it to the second Twitter, so.
Literally, if we knew that people were going to, like, not solve it, we should have saved it for later. That hard of a puzzle, honestly.
I didn't even think it was that hard. Like, how
Neither
many
did I.
how many villagers does it take to spawn a golem? Okay, 10. Okay, every 10th letter of the poem. Like, what? Anyways, that was that one. And then the next episode, God, this stream was also a nightmare. This stream went on for so long because
Oh my
I
God.
couldn't find the puzzles again.
Oh, I remember, because this is the one where the clip of Maddie dying to an Enderman came from.
And also, yeah, because they were like, and I was
That's
like,
actually,
it still
was
makes
actually-
me laugh.
it was improvised foreshadowing, guys. I did that on purpose.
Wait, true.
was-
Oh, you are so smart.
I know. I'm like Megamind.
Except
so
without the mind.
that stream was
Hey.
a nightmare
Mega dumb.
because I kept finding nether fortresses and they weren't the ones with the puzzle in it. Like, you would think, oh, like, nether fortresses are pretty rare, right? No. I found
No.
3. I found 3. And, oh my god, it was so messed up. And
Wait, and didn't we eventually gave you the coordinates though?
you gave me, so there were 2 problems. You gave me the coordinates, but I didn't have the tools to get there.
I don't know how to press F3.
Like, no, like,
yeah, what the fuck?
No, I ran out of pickaxes.
Oh.
I was using
Oh
gold
my God.
pickaxes because
Oh
I
yeah,
ran
weren't you
out of
trying to
pickaxes.
mine through to the
Yeah,
fortress? And we're
'cause-
like, why are you doing that?
Because that was the only way to get there.
Oh my god.
So,
Well, how did someone else get there? Who did I do the puzzles for that one?
well, we TP'd. We flew around until we found a thing, and then you put the puzzles in there, and I didn't realize that it was that far away.
Wow, I really should have made sure that the Nether Fortress was closer.
I just can't believe we found 3 nether fortresses,
They're
and
most abundant when you don't want them to be.
I've
True.
never found that many in one nether ever. Ever.
Three?
Like, in the
Ever.
same nether? I've never traveled far enough to find 3.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
So,
I find one and I'm like, okay.
so
done.
Good
during
enough.
that stream, first of all, that happened. Second of all, Marcy's computer died in the middle of streaming. So
Oops.
all of a sudden they just leave the call and we were like, hello? And then they texted us and they're like, my computer died. And then
More- oh my god.
Yeah, people were like, oh my god, where'd they go?
yeah, they
No,
thought
no,
that
no,
was lore.
wrong-
Oh
wrong
no,
person.
no. You don't get that
No,
lore.
no,
And then we get to the problem child of this stream.
no.
Maddie.
Who's that?
Not only did Maddie monkey mode,
Which is the Enderman incident, which we were just talking about.
not only did Maddie monkey mode, but they missed their cue like 50 billion times. I was like, Maddie, you didn't, because they were supposed to bring up their brother, and then they just didn't. So I was like, Maddie, you didn't bring him up. And they were like, when? Oh my god, I didn't read that part of the script. And I was like, bruh!
Wait, what was the cue?
It was just talking about brothers or something. And then
Oh my
Maddie just
God.
never brought up theirs.
You guys
Which
don't
is
need to
weird
talk about
because
that.
normally they would. If we were when we talk about our brothers, we're like, oh yeah, mine did this. Oh yeah, so did mine.
Well,
And we're
I
just
don't
like,
know
oh,
how
well.
to make it sound natural when I'm lying. He's
What?
not that smart in real life. Like, I can't pretend that he was single-handedly figuring this stuff out.
After missing the thing, I was like, Maddie, it's time for you to die in the text messages. And they just respond, oh, okay.
Okay, explain
I-
why that went wrong and why nobody. I think people in the Discord were like, wait, where's Egg?
Yeah, so Maddie, it was time to die. And I was in another portal as they were dying, delivering their dying message. I was in the nether portal.
It was a really good performance. If you had actually heard it, you would have been like, "Oh my god, Oscar."
For
Yeah.
your standards, it was really good.
It was a coincidence. It happened to turn out not terrible. I was laughing because I was actually nervous, but like it was realistic because you
yeah.
would actually be nervous. So
you were just
Exactly.
method acting. You were method acting.
exactly.
I'm just surprised that you got your brother on board, like your
I am
actual brother
too.
in real
Right?
life. I'm surprised he did anything. Probably
I
because you
didn't
were
think
like, oh, we're on
I
stream.
didn't
lol.
even like have to bribe him. Like I was gonna offer to like buy him McDonald's or Sonic or something, but he just was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "What? Okay."
And then we
Like, it's
didn't
no
even
gift to me,
hear
I
it.
guess.
It was all
Oh
for
my god,
nothing.
I'm still so BS about that. I just don't know why I'm so mad about it. But it's like it was such an important
Imagine
moment.
how I feel.
Yeah, it was
My
so
desk
bad.
just glazed over by a stupid nether portal.
Because of that, people didn't know that Egg, Maddie's character, died. Like, people were just like, oh, where'd Egg go? No, they're dead. They died. And we had to, like, retcon it in the next stream. We had to be like, Egg hasn't been responding for a while. I wonder if anything happened.
Ugh, and it's like no, it was the dialogue was supposed to heavily imply that Egg and their brother were going to die.
Yeah.
To hell. I thought you were gonna say to hell.
No,
Sorry.
but like that too, though. Yeah, 100%.
And then after that stream in the iMessage group chat, Maddie sent someone in chat said COS more like co-fart. Then a stream that I literally forgot existed when I was making this retrospective outline. I just like completely missed an episode.
Which one?
The one where I kept getting rated. I thought that happened in the other stream, but I was wrong. It was this stream. So, in the next stream, we were doing like the most serious lore. Well, the most serious lore was in the final episode, but like the most serious lore up to that point, like this was like actually lore. And as Marcy and I are trying to get into an argument, I get rated. And I'm like, oh, hey guys, welcome in. Because, like, during the ARG, I'm still a streamer. Like, it's okay to acknowledge chat and, like, the followers and stuff because my character is a streamer. But then I kept getting gifted subs. And every time I'd be
How
like,
many?
I got 10. Which,
It's
up
really
until...
funny, and I'm like, I'm glad you got the money, but it was really annoying because we were like, we're doing something.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
hello,
so...
we're really busy.
And it was bad because we would start getting serious into the lore, and then I would get rated again.
And for some reason, it was that stream only, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was the only time I had ever gotten gifted subs. And it was bad also during that stream because I wanted to, like, lore, because my character gets mad and, like, yells, but I didn't want to scare off the new viewers. Because here are people watching my stream for the first time, and they just see me, like, yelling at my friend.
Yeah, kind of yikes, but like also not, because like it's funny acting. It's just a prank.
Yeah, and I was like, I think I remember sending a message in the Discord during that stream, and I was like, guys, can you just let them know that this is an ARG? I don't want to like traumatize them.
Well, how many new viewers were there? Like, are you talking about the people from the raid?
Yeah, because there were people in the chat that were just, like, talking normally. They're like, hey, what's going on, guys?
And it's like, oh, nothing. I'm about to chew my fucking friend out because I hate them.
Yeah, I was like, one of my friends is batshit crazy, and also I'm batshit crazy, and you are along for the ride, even though you're just seeing me for the first time right now.
We also all hate each other.
Yeah. And also our friend is dead.
Yeah, that's me. I'm died.
I've died.
And also, the third person here doesn't care about either of us and is also evil.
I don't think any of them stayed around for any other stream. I think we traumatized them.
Did we really? I genuinely did not feel like there was anybody paying attention besides the people from the server.
Well, imagine you join a stream and they're like, there is nothing wrong. You are losing your fucking mind. And you're like, what did I walk in on? Oh my god. It's the final stream now.
Stream now. Do. Oh, okay. The final stream was okay.
I watched it.
When?
When? In case you were wondering.
Yeah.
Why do you do this to me?
What?
The silence.
Every time Maddie says something in general, I'm just kind of like
stunned into silence. I know. I have that effect on people.
Yeah, the final stream happens and
Here wrote what a nightmare. It was okay.
No, it was like a beautiful nightmare. Like an unintentional gold mine.
I had fun, even though I got last minute stage fright.
This was like Dee's big moment to shine. They had like a monologue and their villain arc, their Joker moment.
By God, I kind of fumbled the bag. It was okay. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, I'm the worst fucking actor on planet Earth. Like, I tried, obviously. But I wish I did
a little
teeny bit better. What?
It was a little scary.
I wish I did it.
That was the goal.
Bit better. Yeah, it was the goal.
It worked.
In the 6th stream, Dee's character was revealed as the mastermind, kind of unintentional. Didn't start off as the mastermind, but slowly became it.
I think it was pretty okay set up, right? I thought it was pretty alright. And you could tell in the last few streams, it's like, what the hell is she talking about?
I think it was good. I think that you did way better than you gave yourself credit for at the time. Because after it happened, you were like, that sucked. And we were like, no, it was fine. And you were like, that was horrible.
I think, because in my head, I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring it. And then I was like, actually, no, nobody fucking likes a ham. Nobody likes when they're really hammy. So I was just kind of being like, how do I not be hammy?
I am not excited to watch the ending of this stream because after everyone left and I was just watching the credits of Minecraft alone, I was not good at acting.
See, and I disagree because I thought you ended I thought the end of the stream was the strong point.
I am worried to watch it again because I didn't watch any of these streams after we streamed them. I refused.
Okay. The good thing is that my moment comes before yours. So then after we're done cringing at mine, we cringe at yours after,
exactly.
and then it lingers. So like we don't think of mine, but we think of yours.
Oh, not cool.
It's okay because it wasn't actually that bad. We were okay. We were all right.
Aside from the acting, the reason that stream was a nightmare was because fighting the Ender Dragon made Minecraft crash. Like, it... we fought the Ender Dragon, and while jumping into the portal once we beat it, Minecraft crashed. It stopped working.
I thought that was a server thing.
No, it is. It's Eternos, for some reason, I don't know if they've fixed it by now, but almost every time when you fight the Ender Dragon, it just doesn't, it doesn't let you go through the portal. You don't get to see the credits, you don't get to, respawn, you have to exit, and then you'll be respawned.
Yeah, and we couldn't, once we jumped through the portal, it just stopped working. The game entirely stopped working, and so I'm just sitting there, because part of the thing was that once we killed the Ender Dragon, I would jump in the portal while someone teleported back home and destroyed my bed. So that when I respawned, I would be in an obsidian thing instead of my bed. So I got stuck though. And I couldn't respawn because the game was broken.
I think, though, it definitely worked out really, really well in our favor because you were like, I think your panic kind of like made it look really good because you were like,
Method
shit, look
acting.
what's happening.
Exactly. Method acting always works, especially when it's panic, apparently.
Everything worked out because then I had like a shit ton of time to like go break the bed, recreate the obsidian thing, and then leave the server and be like, I'm not here. I'm never here.
Joker mode.
And I had to literally
Wanna
alt
know?
F4 the game. Like, I had to... I had to literally close out of the game. Because it wouldn't work.
I'm so glad that we figured out a way to, like, do that. Like, I'm so glad we were like, oh, just build something around spawn and be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
I like that.
In the chat during that stream, Maddie goes, LOL, Kier had to alt F4, holy shit.
Wait, we never, oh my god, wait, we never, you know what we never talked about? We never talked about how the server reset on itself.
Oh my god.
What stream was that? We never talked about it, but this, let me explain. So, at one point, the server sent a message where it was like, server restarting, like, and I was like, who did that? Is this improv? Like, because I'm usually the one who goes into the server and gives out the, like, server messages, like how I did in the first or second streams. But we thought it was like, oh shit, people are gonna think this is planned, but it's not planned. So we were kind of debating live and in DM whether or not to play it off like it was intentional.
Yeah, I remember that.
What did we
We
settle
just
for?
said that it was intentional.
Yeah.
We were like, OMG, it's the cause. They're hacking into our game.
And I was like, no, there's no cause. No, Kier was like, no, there's no cause. It's okay.
That's not the thing.
But yeah, that's what not being able to reset the game reminded me of. It was an epic fail.
And during that, Dee was like, I destroyed the bed. I'm praying this works. And then, Dee was like, I should have tested it. And then Maddie was like, what? You didn't test it? And then...
You talk about me messing up, but...
No, the thing is, I didn't mess up. That's the difference between you and me. That's the difference between you and me. I didn't mess up!
And then finally, post-stream, when no one could solve the final puzzle.
It took like 6 months, right?
Yeah, it did.
Isn't it more?
And we had to help them with the answer.
Yeah. Admittedly, we had to send it because we just wanted people to see the final website because I worked for like a long time on the final website. So I wanted people to like eventually find it. Oh my god. I also have to bring up the pin board and how like, okay. Yeah, so there were a lot of puzzles that we didn't even really care if people were able to solve them or not. We kind of just wanted like people to keep progressing and seeing the puzzles themselves because we thought they were really cool. And so one that couldn't be found or was really hard to find was literally the final puzzle, which was intentional, but it just took so long that we decided to like send that
long.
we sent a secondary account, obviously a spy to like help everybody out.
And the spy had been used the entire time.
And no one knew.
And no one knew.
It was really funny because we were trying to be like, okay, act like you're like a weird, like, sus person.
And then no one caught
don't
on.
Say it. Yeah. Everyone definitely thought they were just some, like, weird, like, asshole in the server. It's like, you guys are really dumb. Yeah, but then we ended up giving up and we were like, just talk normally. So, yeah, they helped a few puzzles, such as the Imgur link, which was the pin board, which I did in real life.
The link to that broke. I completely forgot.
Oh my god.
So we had to retcon it.
Oh yeah. And I was like, I think this is what it is. I just made it look like an actual Imgur link and put it into the search system.
The alt account was like, guys, I think I found the answer.
It was
me on this one, okay?
trust me on this. It was half people I don't think were able to solve it, and also half like they wouldn't know that this was a mistake, so we might as well give it for free because that's our bad.
We had to give it to them. The problem was that I posted it like privately before I posted it publicly, and that fucked it up and it didn't work. So the link itself was broken, so we had to just like retcon it. We had to just give it to them through the account that they didn't know was us, but
like I think low-key like it could have been fixed. Like that's I think what I did. Like that's how I fixed like the Imgur link itself. Like I linked to the picture instead of like the whole gallery, because galleries have different links than like just one PNG.
Well, the problem was that we had already streamed it, and so the link was broken.
Oh well, it's okay as long as people saw it. I would have been so bullshit if people didn't, because I had to order a pinboard and red string, and my mom was like, "What do you need red string for?" And I was like, art projects."
An art project with my face plastered all over it.
I literally had to do. I think I had to do that like at night, so no one was like, "Who's this person that you're printing out?"
Yeah, you were like, "I hope my mom doesn't see that."
I've accepted my mistakes. I'm ready. And also, most of my mistakes are you can't even tell. So it's not that embarrassing.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys don't get that from us though. Sorry.
Thanks, thank you.
I mean, they're right. It's literally just like whenever it's Maddie, it's like, that's Maddie.
They're like,
yeah.
Hi.
Wow,
hello,
exactly
hi.
Like me. How did you nail it that bad? Good.
I was trying to reference the quietness, because whenever you were on stream, you were like whispering.
True. Yeah, I think so.
We would be like, "And what do you think, Maddie?" And you'd be like, "It's good."
Yeah, I think Kier's right about that.
My usual volume.
No.
I don't know what you guys mean.
Okay, and that is the end of the retrospective.
Oh my god. Yeah, whatever.
Oh my god.
No, don't bring back more for this.
King Julian, I hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe.
Ew.